let's talk a little bit of the live feeds. I was losing my mind because Kylan last night very much seemed to me like he was okay keeping Frenchie safe. And I was straight up losing my mind. Thank God that last night, Tiffany and DX and Claire all talked and got on the same page about Frenchie. But I'm like, all my spidey senses say Kylan feels super great with Frenchie, and then Frenchie's up there with Kylan being like, don't forget to fill out your forms for your clothes, okay? Okay, you get laundry service, and I miss the laundry service, so I hope you get to do that. And I'm just like, you are not falling for this bullshit, right, Kylan? And then I loved how Kylan was like, tomorrow, we're going to put everyone on a schedule, a 3-minute schedule. You can come in, you can talk to me, one-on-ones, 3 minutes, you're out, I'm keeping it fair. To which I was like, bless his poor stupid little head. He thinks he's going to be able to do them in a truncated 5-minute time, and people are going to hear that. He did it in a 5-minute time, and they adhered to it, which I don't like. I wasn't a fan, but he got them to do it. I cannot believe he got them to stick to a schedule. No, I needed more. I like watching these conversations. This is when we find out about people's games. So I wasn't really a fan of it. And if I could just say one thing to Kylan, and I get it, you don't need to tell us every thought in your head. Like, you don't need to tell them every thought in your head. You don't need to be like, I'm practicing on you, like, blah, blah. And most importantly, this game is not about transparency and honesty. You're not playing RuPaul's Best Friend Race. You're playing Big Brother. The more open and honest you are, the more ammo and bullets you're giving people to put in the gun to shoot you with. Now, granted, you do have to play every season based on the cast that you're playing with. So this does seem to be a more let's be open and honest and transparent cast, but we're all aware that is not going to last long, nor is that the way that Big Brother works. Other ways that I've lost my mind was when he was doing these one-on-ones, listening to him sitting there just being like, so, who don't you trust? And they'll be like, well, you know, they were HOH last week. Oh, okay. So the person that you mentioned that we're not saying names might have created an A word. Are you people? No, just stop. This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Stop saying the A word, say alliance. When you're talking about Frenchie, say Frenchie. This is some bullshit dumb fuck semantics so that you guys can be like, I didn't say his name. Shut the fuck up. It is so stupid. It makes me want to bash my face in a wall. I can't. I cannot. And while I know that it's probably coming off like I'm not the biggest Kylan fan, I really am. I love him. I think he has such a good heart. I think he is too good for this game. I also feel while people are telling him to his face, this was such a great HOH thing. I love how you only gave us 5 minutes to plead our case and you wouldn't tell us anything. And you told us that you're there to ask the questions and don't have to answer. Of course, everyone's acting like they're fine with it now, just like everyone acted like they were fine with Frenchie's reign of terror last week. And then this is the bullshit that they're going to use against him next week and cry about how they only got 5 minutes and blah, 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 blah. So I think Kylan thinks he's playing such an integrity. I short-circuited. He's playing a game filled with integrity and honesty, but it is not. And no, I hate what you're doing now. No, I don't even like that he flat out put Frenchie up. So from what I gathered while I was trying to fix all these things while watching the feeds, so he put up Frenchie and Brittany. Can anybody explain to me why we're going against Brittany? Literally, Tiffany laid out the game for you. Tiffany literally explained to you how Frenchie's the head of the snake. He has Brent and Whitney doing his dirty work. They're his henchmen. Don't go after Frenchie. Go after those two. Instead, he's letting Frenchie play for Vito, and he's going after Brittany? Because Brittany was the only one that didn't badmouth Frenchie. Brent all but protected Frenchie. If you saw Brent's one-on-one with Kylan was literally like, was there anything dramatic or anything that you think that you should tell me that might have happened? I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to, could you? And Brent is like, words. Trying to think. Nope. Nah. He always looks like he has to shit. Brent, to me, always looks constipated and like he just has to go to the bathroom. That's all I see when I look at him. And then Kylan is kind of like, oh, well, what about the thing where Frenchie went into the room, said he was done with Slaughterhouse, pointed at Whitney, blah, 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 blah. And Brent was like, oh, yeah, oh, that's what you meant by dramatic? Is that what you meant by dramatic? Is that what you meant by dramatic? I didn't know. Hello, Kylan, red flag. Red flag. Free Brittany. So, Eric, would you have had Kylan backdoor Frenchie instead of just putting him on the block directly and giving him the chance to play for Vito? No. If I was Kylan, the smartest thing to do would have been to put Brent and Whitney up. If one of them wins POV, or if any of your people or the people playing win POV, you get them to use it. You put Frenchie on the block. Either way, one of those three people are going home. Because let me tell you, if the way this week ends is that Brittany goes home, so stupid. And by the way, I don't want Frenchie to go home. We need the Frenchie drama. I want the Frenchie drama in the house. I don't want him going home. Who I would love to go home is a Whitney or a Brent. That's what any smart person would have done. But I don't know what Kylan's thinking. I don't know. I think it's clear to have Frenchie up at first to watch, to match what Frenchie did to him. And okay, again, this is not this. We're playing the game to win. We're not playing the game for revenge. We're not playing tit for tat. We're not playing to. We're playing the game to win. So if you want to win, you need to make the best strategic moves when you are in power. And putting Frenchie up next to Brittany is in no way that. So I get that we're all, and I feel like I'm like shitting on people's Kylan parade and coming off as if I don't like him. I love him. I have faith in him. I want him to go far. I get he doesn't understand this game. But I don't think that I don't now see this week ending at this moment in the way we wanted it to. Because, kind of like what Dancing Amy said, even though I disagreed with her, there is a very good chance that production is trying to keep Frenchie safe. Look at what we know from the Wildcard competition. Sarah Mary Beth, Helen Keller, what's her name? Sarah Beth. She won, and we knew, Julie told us, you're going to have to switch teams if you want to be safe. And of course she was like, no. So that was a waste. You just... I mean, you could look at it either way. You can look at it as Frenchie and Brent and Sarah Beth, now we care more about Sarah Beth, has lost her ability for safety in the future. The good news is, so did Brent and Frenchie. So on that aspect, great. Brent and Frenchie have now lost the ability to play to keep themselves safe going forward in the future. To me, that would be a great reason to go for Brittany now. Take out Brittany then, because those two will not be able to do anything to save themselves with a wild card, only a POV going forward. I don't know why Kylan doesn't want to put her up. He has zero reason to trust her. All of the people who I believe Kylan feels the closest with all have told him that they don't necessarily work with, talk game with, get along with Whitney. So I don't know why he feels this loyalty to Whitney. Kylan is playing a season 16 game. You're correct. And I swear to God, I allegedly, for comedic purposes, and no way would this be true, know where all of those sequester places are that they put these people in for before the show. We're staging a break-in. We are breaking in and we're removing BB16 from all pre-sequester locations. I'm over this shit. BB16 was great. I love Derek. I think it was one of the greatest games that have been played. Masterful manipulation of an entire cast. Love it. Love Derek. Don't need to see it again. Boring ass feeds. It was brilliant when it happened. All kudos. Master gameplay from him. I respect it. I don't want to watch people try and duplicate it season after season. I don't care. I want fun feeds. Derek is boring feeds. Derek is aware he's boring feeds. I love you too, Billy Jones. So I want to remove all those. We have your back, Eric, but I don't think any of us want to go to jail. Yeah, no, for comedic purposes, I said. For comedic... Here, I got it. Whenst entering the locations to steal BB16, just do things like talk loudly through your ski mask and say, gosh darn it, this season didn't help me at all. I hate this season. I don't want any of the future Big Brother players like me to ever have to do it. And then they'll think it's Frenchie. And then he'll go to jail, which he's apparently been there before, so no big deal. I need to know more. And if Kylan is going to insist on these 5-minute blocks of time to allow people to talk to him, I feel like we're not really getting anywhere. And then, so to be clear, in case you have come, if you haven't seen, if you're trying to catch up, here it is in a nutshell, right? Kylan won HOH. Last night, Kylan, talked to a few people, but said, I'm going to do my one-on-ones tomorrow. I'm not giving anyone information. I'm only collecting information because I'm the HOH, and that's my right. Today, he had the one-on-ones with everyone, and basically every single person in that house threw Frenchie under the bus. Said that he was exposing people, that he told everyone about Slaughterhouse, that he's calling out Slaughterhouse in front of other people. Everybody throwing him under the bus. Tiffany and Claire being the most on the nose correct with Kylan, saying, it's a three-headed snake, or it is Kylan. It is Frenchie, Brent, and Whitney that are the three people that are the biggest threat to your game, our game going forward. That is who I would go after. Tiffany proving that she is the queen as always. Then, after us all watching for 2 hours after the feeds being off for most of the day, now we're finally going to get the moment where he talks to Frenchie that we've all been waiting to see. And then they turn the feeds off because we knew they would do that. Blah, blah, blah. Feeds come back on. Everybody's crying. I'm sick to shit of the fucking crying. Can we not cry at every nomination? I mean, this is you've gone too far in the other direction. We went from bullying, racism, horrific behavior of people on the show, literally to the complete opposite side of nominating someone has caused me gut-wrenching sobbing, inconsolable, hold me mommy, this is so hard. Can we find the balance? I want the balance that I can't with the crying at every nomination ceremony when you're the one nominating. But then it's weird because then Kylan is in the HOH room and he's like, it's a game. And somebody will be like, who was it? I think it was Claire said to Kylan, I love Frenchie. He's a great guy. And Kylan's like, yeah. Great guy, great dad, great father, great to his kids. We get it. We don't need to talk about that. Cut to Kylan hysterical crying for nominating him. Whatever. So there's that, right? I guess before all of this happened, the part that I forgot to tell you was they played the Wildcard ceremony. Frenchie and Brent decided to play, which should have been a red card to Kylan that they do not feel safe. And Sarah Beth also played. Sarah Beth ended up winning. It was the color explosion memory one. She ended up winning. They made her the deal of you can be safe if you switch yourself with someone on another team. And of course she refused, because who would take that stupid ass deal? Now, feeds are back. Everyone's crying. We don't know what we're doing. Poor Brittany, which I'll still never understand. Cut to Frenchie. Oh, I'm getting there. Frenchie goes up to the HOH room and he's like, Kylan, I just want you to know I'm not mad, okay? Or I'm not mad. We're still friends, and outside this, I want you to do me one favor, okay? All right? One favor, please. If Brittany is the target, just switch it to me. Just switch it to me. Save Brittany. I swear to God, this fucking asshole knew that Free Britney was a fucking thing before he went in the house on fucking Twitter, and he pieced it together. He is literally edging himself at the thought that he's gonna get to say Free Britney any minute. He's gonna roll around in the sheets and be like, leave Britney alone! Leave Britney alone! He's fucking gonna do it. I'm not convinced he didn't tell Kylan to put him up when the feeds were down just fucking for this. I can't. Oh my God. And then, I'm remembering, oh my God, how he pushes all of the buttons upon me. If there's a button, he pushes it. Earlier today. First of all, he did the whole, I threw the HOH to Sarah Beth, right? You guys are going to see when you're watching it back. I was like, I'm trying to throw it. Then why did you fight to play it, idiot? You weren't throwing it. So I can't stand this shit. And then he's all like, ooh, my belly hurts. Ooh, I got a headache. Ooh, I can't breathe. I need my asthma medicine. I can't breathe. Can't breathe. Maybe if you would shut the fuck up and stop spitting shit out of your mouth all the time, you would have more room for oxygen. There was really something that he said that pissed me off so much earlier, and I forgot what it is because I have no short-term memory, and I can't remember. He said something earlier today which drove me up. Well, he said that he threw the competition. The fake asthma attack was fucking ridiculous. Tiffany dragged the fake asthma attack when she was like, he's shaking in his shorts and he's faking asthma attacks. Don't go after him. Don't go I want to go home and see my babies. I need to go home and see my babies. I remember what it is. He was, because I knew everyone's like, Frenchie's gonna lose his mind. Frenchie's gonna he's gonna be so bad after POV. No, he's not. Who have you been watching this whole time? He's gonna play the fucking victim and be a martyr over this, which is what he's doing. But I loved early, and he was setting up for it earlier. This is what annoyed me. When he was like, I know I'm gonna go on the block. I know I am. I don't know what could save me. Maybe a power from Twitter. I mean, they could do it anywhere. There could be a Twitter power, an Instagram power, a Facebook power. America's gonna save me. America loves me. No, we didn't. You're not Donnie. And then anybody who knows Donnie isn't conned by him either. He thinks he can use the veto on Britney and America will save him. Sure. Just like he thought there's a fucking superpower in the POV. We're just not into you. I'm a social media con artist. Exactly, Lost. I'm a social media con artist. I cannot. Because America knows what I'm here for. America knows what I'm here for. Yeah, Twitter. Instagram followers. Because you're not here to play the game like a superfan would. If you would like some notes on the way a superfan plays the game, go see Tiffany or Claire. Okay? They're not here to be desperate attention whores and pander to America. Now, look, I have always said this to all of you. If you want to win Big Brother, you have to play the house. You have to play production. You have to play America. You do have to play us. But in playing us, I just mean have a conversation with us once in a while to the live feed cameras. Let us know what you're actually thinking, because chances are we're not going to get it in a DR. That's what I mean by play America. What Frenchie's doing is bullshit. I hope that he stands by all of the things that he has said in the past, because I think he is in for a rude awakening when he comes out. He is going to think that all of social media loves him and thinks he played a great strategic game. And I think he is going to come out to be called a lot of things that he is not prepared for. Supposedly, he has his sister saying too many tweets came from his account is the issue. Supposedly has his sister saying too many tweets. Yes, Becca did send me that photo yesterday showing me that he unfollowed everyone. Who will we hate when Frenchie leaves? Well, I hope none of us really hate Frenchie. I really hope that people know and understand that, A, when I'm talking about Frenchie, that I'm really just being funny and talking about his game. I don't hate Frenchie as the person at all. I'm speaking and making fun of his game. The second account is restricted. His sister said it's from too many tweets. I don't buy it. Oh, saying his account... Look, Twitter's assholes. I would believe it. Twitter does whatever the fuck they want. Twitter is just... No. I honestly would believe that. Debbie says, oh, I like him as a person. On his farm. Out of the house. not playing this game. I think we need him for the drama. The weird thing about this cast, though, is they honor this weird code of ethics that doesn't make any sense. Like, last week, everybody basically respected Frenchie. Yeah, not so much Tiffany, but for the most part, they all respected him until his reign was over. Now, we're seeing the same exact thing with Kylan. Everyone is basically respecting his reign and not wanting to make any waves until his reign is over. I don't really get it. Other things I don't get, why the hell Big D is so loyal to Frenchie? Did I miss it? Were they dating? Was Big D a third in their relationship and something, and they're trying to keep that a secret? Because I don't understand where Big D's loyalty is coming from. And here's the thing. You are the gay. Not only that, you're the plus size gay. You're supposed to be holly, jolly, and gay. And if you're aligning yourself with Frenchie and doing his dirty work, you are going to come out of this house also not liked by fans, and you're not gonna get it. So I'm gonna need you to listen to your good pal Tiffany pick up what she's putting down and realize you're playing for the wrong team, Big D. You're on team Little D. Little D, Napoleon Complex. You're Big D. You need to stick with the other Big Ds and let Little D hidey-ho-hum back to his farm. Okay? That's what we're gonna need. Some of that. The D in Big D stands for disappointment. Is he trying to keep the final two to the... I don't think so, Christopher, over on YouTube. I don't think so. I don't think Frenchie has any clue what he's been doing in this game. I don't at all. Also, I don't like what Christian did with his face this week. He was super excited, was going to do something with his face. I don't like what he did. He looks like that weird mask. Who are the people? V for Vendetta. That's what his face now looks like, that stupid V for Vendetta mask. I don't know what he's doing. I loved when Tiffany, if you guys saw it last night. First of all, I would not be surprised if you told me that Tiffany works for production and, like, literally she disappears and reads the notes on everyone. It is nonsensical how perfect her information is on people. That doesn't even make sense how she should know it. And if you heard her clocking Christian last night, and I don't even mean in a bad way, and you probably even saw it on the feeds today, where she was telling Christian, stick with me, I got your back, I'm not going to steer you wrong, da-da-da-da. But last night, when she was explaining Christian to, I think, DX and Claire, she was like, here's the thing about Christian. He's like 23, 24, 25. He's, like young, mid-20s. He lives at home. Not in a relationship. He has zero life experience. He knows nothing. So he's going to just fall in to listening to whatever the bullshit is that he gets wrapped up in. So is he going to be a 20-something that thinks they know everything and are going to fall in with the crowd that feed their bullshit so they can keep it going? Or is he going to be, young, impressionable person who's going to listen to the people that challenge him, like a Tiffany, that say to him, you're not right about this. You need to look at it this way. You need to see what Frenchie is doing. He was making a move for your people. You need to attack him first. So is Christian going to be someone who acts on ego and fulfilling their own bullshit to keep themselves happy? Or is Christian going to challenge himself and actually go outside of his comfort zone and listen to the people who challenge him to actually be a better person? And I think that is a crossroads that a lot of people find themselves in. Do I go with what's easy and comfortable and makes, me feel better? Or do I take the harder path and, is that the way that I go? I think a lot of people struggle with that. So it's interesting to see how Christian is going to handle it. He's got 2 red lights in his town. I mean, bless his stupid heart. Bless his dumb little Christian heart. Love him. He's adorable. But I was just like, Tiffany is so correct. My point on Tiffany is not only does she understand the game, she understands the psychological aspects of the people playing the game. She can look at Christian and go, you know nothing about the world, so you are very easily manipulated. I'm going to try and help you. I am going to try and make it so that you get far in this game, so that you have good, so that you have good things. I'm going to tell you the truth, Christian. You might not like me when I always tell you the truth, but I'm going to tell you the truth to help you be a better person. I'm not just gonna shovel shit to you so that you like me, so that we're gonna, be besties in the game for as long as possible until one of us stabs the other person in the back. And I cannot tell you how much I love Tiffany. I cannot tell you how much I love Tiffany. Now, my advice to Tiffany would be, it ain't gonna end well for ya. You can do everything that you want for Christian, but I think Tiffany is smart enough to know when to eject. I think Tiffany, when it comes to her relationship with Christian, she's not going to sacrifice her own game, her own well-being, her own future in the game for him. I think she will help him up to a point, but not get sucked into the guilt of having to help him, if that makes sense. We have late breaking news. Big D just said Frenchie wants the minority people to do well, so they should keep him. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that Frenchie was saying he's a minority. Although stupid is a minority. Right. Big D, I can't. He's a Big Brother fan, right? Is he not? Is he a recruit? Am I wrong? I thought he was a Big Brother fan. Am I just wrong? Is he not a Big Brother fan? Brett wants to go confront Frenchie about lying to them. The girls stopped him. They're comparing stories about Frenchie. Eat a dick, Brent. Nobody gives a fuck about your roid rage. I'm a fucking stewardess. Fucking machismo, tiny little tree trunk ass leg. Fucking personality. Shut up and go home. Oh, I can't stand him. I can't. He's a BB fan. Well, I don't understand how he's a BB fan and doesn't realize he's getting snowed. You're making my face hurt from laughing. I'm sorry. I'm not. This isn't even a real show. Imagine if this was a real show. I'm at a 5. If this was the real live feed update show, I would have been at a 10. I'm confused why I'm confused. They make the most diverse cast, then the minorities make an alliance. I don't know what you mean, what you're confused by. Eric, did you watch Tiffany's Instagram videos? I sure did. I would have thought he was a recruit. Well, yeah, because he is buying his bullshit. I don't get it. Maybe he's a BB fan like Whitney, who discovered the show from You know, I do have to say, speaking of records, I think it was Big Brother Wiki posted. Highland is the second person, Bailey, a black person, Bailey being the first that has won HOH in, was it all the seasons or the past 10 or something? It was an insane statistic to read. And that's why, I guess this is to answer your question, that's why it is so important for it to be such a diverse cast. Because in the last 6 seasons, 2 people of color won HOH. 2. 6 seasons. How many HOHs is that at season 12? 2. And he's the first black man to win it since Devin. You know when Devin was? 1,000,000 years ago. That's insane. So, at least they're doing that right. Devin has a daughter. I thought that too regarding Kylan. Glad he won. Devin did have a daughter. Being a fan doesn't automatically make you a good player. No, it doesn't. And that's not why I don't think any of us don't like Frenchie because he's not a good player. I want to believe that if a super fan went into that game and played it badly, but I mean, just like when I say badly, I mean, didn't make the right moves, didn't align with the right people, had a rough go of it, and got evicted first or second. I don't necessarily think us people in these Twitter streets would be so horrible to them. I think we would feel bad for them, be understanding. It is the fact that Frenchie reeks of insincerity with a dash of narcissism and douchebag bravado, all wrapped up in I'm an upstanding citizen doing it for the people. No, you're not. I like women and minorities and Brittany, free her, and everyone. Yes. And Twitter power to me. Please. Thank you. Eric, why aren't you on BB? Because I like my friends and my family. That being said, the prize now $750,000. So see you next year. Looks like classic narcissistic delusions, a classic. I agree. The minute he said my best friend is a gay black guy, I knew it was going to be a problem. Debbie Dawn, to clarify, wasn't it my best friend is a gay black guy who was in a gang that when we were driving down the street together, a police officer pulled me over. I was driving, but they kept questioning and tried to arrest my gay black best friend. You can't make this shit up. That is actually the story he told. I'm still waiting for your black, gay, ex-gang member best friend to come to your defense on social media. Oh, did he? We can't see it because he's invisible and not real. It's that stuff that is the reason I think most of us don't like Frenchie. I hope it's not true, because that's the part where, I always say, we give these people a chance in the real world. We let them come out. We let them apologize. If people are apologetic and willing to change and show they are remorseful, we should forgive them and blah, 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 blah. Oh my God. I honestly find making up gay black ex-gang member who the police came after while I was there story almost to be more offensive than like things that Cody has said, for example. And I mean Cody, not last season's winner, other douchebag Cody, in the sense that Cody did those things and Frenchie is just making it up. That's like a level of psychosis that is terrifying to me. It's terrifying. Okay, Debbie Dawn says there's a picture of the friend on Twitter. Okay, well, I will find it for the next show. Are you going to have Travis on soon? Once he makes it into the real world, we will, he is real and did a post on Instagram. He has a sweet face. Okay, then thank you, Jesus. That restores some of my faith back in Frenchie. Okay, thank you, Jesus. Okay, great. Then okay. We need to tag Eric in the picture. Yeah, tag me in the picture and I will show it on the next show. I didn't find it in the next show. But no face tattoo, like Frenchie said. Oh, Lord. All right. I don't want to go over an hour because for the other places, you now stay here. Because if you were here in the beginning of the show, this wasn't really a real update show. I'm just trying to figure out these audio issues. So I want to stop the show, streaming everywhere. But if you guys want, you are more than willing to come roll over into our YouNow. I'm going to stay there for a little bit longer. Otherwise, I will see you back here tomorrow when the feeds go down for POV. We will do a real official live feed update show tomorrow while the feeds are down for POV. Alrighty, I will see all of you guys then, or like I said, you can stay there. I'm not going yet. But Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, I will see you guys tomorrow.